I'm the only big brother person that has not received gift. I don't even understand myself. I'm the only big brother. I will say it in my full chest. I'm the only big brother contestant that has not received gift. Where are you people finding these fans from? Because my fans are dulling. For me, I would say it's not a desire as such anymore. And I don't know if I should speak on it because I went through last year, I'll just keep it very vague. I went through a time, 2023, 2022, that I was so completely obsessed with marriage and having children and all that kind of stuff. And then I entered into something that I experienced something that I shouldn't have experienced. And it kind of just made me step back and just say, if I use my own hands to do it, then it might turn out to be like this. It was not a good experience. So for me, I'm not really, I know it's going to happen, but I'm a very homely person. I love children. I love being at home. I love cooking. I love family. Like, I'm very close to my family. I just know that I'll make a great mother and I'll make a great wife. But it is not, I'll say this again, it's not an achievement for a woman just to say, I am married. It's not an achievement because at my age now, I'm not married. So I've achieved so much more. And I believe that however long it takes, it takes. I'd rather marry the right person late than to marry the wrong person on time and come out of it again, and have children from a marriage that was troubled or whatever, whatever. So I'm waiting on God's time, and it's always the best. So the most challenging aspects of finding a partner, to be all serious, I feel like most Nigerian men can have their cake and eat it. And the reason that most Nigerian men can have their cake and eat it is because us as women have made it easy. We have used our wekus as a gear stick to drive unconditional wealth. So our pickles is now the joystick. And with our pickles, we now know that we can get XYZ, which is fine. I'm not condemning it because me, I'm not a saint. But now men now know that women, they can get any woman they want with money. So they're spoiled for choice. Why should they settle for this person? Yeah, she's a good girl, she's this, she's that. But why should I settle for her? I can get another girl that looks like this, that looks like that. So men in themselves don't want to settle down. They don't have the urge to settle down because we made it so easy for them not to. And apart from that, it's just very hard to meet a decent man in this day and age because it's just hard. It's hard to meet a decent man in this day and age. Being in the spotlight has made it very hard for me to find somebody serious because I don't trust them. And number two, most times when guys meet me, yes, I've had a few guys that confess they want to marry me and everything, but most time when guys meet me, she's a celebrity, or she's this, she's got a nice body, she's this, she has nice lips. They want to, try and get with me, and that's just it. And my mind right now, my mind is elsewhere. I don't want that for myself. He has to be very intentional. I love an intentional man because I'm very emotional and I need to know your A is A and your B is B. He needs to be at one with God. God is very important. I need a man that has the fear of God, a man that is able to have a relationship with God, because there are certain things you would do as a man when you have that Christian or you have that fear of God, whether you're Christian or Muslim. I'm even open to dating outside of my religion now, but anyway, that's a different story. But if you have that fear of God in you as a man, there are certain things you will not do. Do you understand? Because you know that in the religious spectrum, it is morally wrong. Then I would say You need to have a high sex drive. That's it. Yes. So that one is very important. Very, very important as well. You need to have a high sex drive. Extremely high. So yes, yes. That's I've had issues in the past with that. It's not often, it's high. And I do, okay, so with me, I would never like I like to be in a relationship and do it with my partner, but it's high. It is high. So is at a point, some people will be like, hey, So yeah, you need to have high sex drive, yeah. Because I go to the gym, I work out, so I have great stamina and I just have a high sex drive. Naturally, I've always had it. Always, yeah. No, but it's had brought issues before. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it has in the terms of like just slow down a little bit, you know. But that has to be one of the things I would say. I don't if you're very slow and sluggish and you're not healthy, you don't go to the gym. I can't date somebody that is not physically active and somebody that is not physically healthy. I can't. Because number one, I don't want anybody to drag me back. And number two, if we're going to be in a relationship or let's say we're going to be in a marriage, I need somebody that will be on my I need somebody that will be on my level physically, you know, in if we're talking intimacy, you need to be on my level when it comes to intimacy because there's really no point, you know. That's just me, and that's me being as real as I can be. No, I'm under pressure from society, but not from my family. My family, they know they cannot even try that with me. I'm a very friendly person, but when it comes to my family, they know I'm a no nonsense person. They cannot try to impose their beliefs in me. One of my aunties, my mom's older sisters, my older sister tried to introduce me to a man that was, I think the guy was in his 60s. I'm like, or one of her classmates, are you okay? Has he reached that stage that you want to introduce me to your classmates or your whatever? So a guy, nothing wrong with dating a guy in his 60s, whatever. But I was just like, nah, hasn't reached that stage that, you start introducing me to somebody that is almost 70 years old. For what? That one, if I climb on top, that one is cardiac arrest. So I don't need that in my time. So and surprisingly, I get approached by younger people. A lot of people think I'm younger than my age, and I don't have an older woman's vibe. So they always think that I'm younger than my age, and they're just more attracted to me. And that's partly my problem because I meet a guy who's like 28, or meet a guy that is 32. I'm like, what am I going to do with you at 28? Like, what am I going to do? Although they are mature 28-year-olds or whatever, but what am I going to do with you? Do you understand? You know, and in Nigeria, a man at 40 is still claiming youth. He's still claiming he's a youth at 40 years old. But a man at 50, he's still saying he's part of the youth. So, let alone someone that's 28, what are we going to do? So, I get approached by that. So, it's very difficult. The dating industry or the dating market at this particular time, it is hard for women. There are a lot more women in their late 30s, in their 40s. I have friends in their that 35 to 42. I have friends and they are single. They are single. Both in Nigeria, both in the UK, they are single. Why? I have four brothers and I see, they are enjoying life. They are enjoying it, also. And else we're faced with the fact of, at a point I went through a lot of depression because I was thinking, my biological clock, am I going to have children? I was so depressed at that time. But now, thank God, we live in a time where a lot more women are giving birth in their 40s. Women are giving birth 30, 45. Women are giving birth in their 50s. There are a lot of things, IVF. There's so many things you can do, thank God. But at a point, I was just like, man, like, what is it? And I don't want to go and have a child with the wrong person. You're stuck with that person forever. So that's another thing. I thought about it too. I thought about going to have a child by myself. This was 2023, before All Stars. I thought about having a child by myself. For me, ah, I just had to just put everything to God and just say when it is time, it is time. But it will reach a stage where I'll not be waiting for God's time again. Oh, you know, it will reach a stage that I will not be waiting for that time. If I clock 1 age like that, oh, now sorry, oh, baby, what I will be. Sorry for you people. BBNaija will announce it. I will know if I won't be one of. I won't. It will reach a time where I will go and carry belle, and I will be posting it every day. See it. I will not go and hide for 9 months and come out and do announcements. You see it. You see my belly growing every day as I'm doing my content. So me, I don't tire. I don't try. But God will bring somebody my way, and I know that it's only a matter of time that I'll get married and have children and everything. I just want to have kids, and feed them all my nice food. At least then they won't complain if I give them eggplant fufu. That one, normal thing for household. So at first it was fear of my biological clock ticking, but now I heard that when you freeze your eggs, that even when you freeze your egg, the quality is not even that good anymore. That's what I heard. That sometimes when you come back to use that egg, that one that is the quality is not good. So I'm forced to wait. What can I do? I just have to continue waiting and praying and hoping I'll find somebody. No, I can't tell you that. Okay. I can't tell you the. It was a very interesting procedure. Painless. That's what I can say. Painless procedure. Um, yes, painless, and It's not cheap. Well, obviously, it's not a cheap procedure. But what is a life of a child? So yeah. But I know that when it's time for me, I will not use that egg because I don't know if they have mixed my egg with somebody else's egg. I will not go and collect somebody else's egg, or I don't know. I don't know, but I know I will not use that egg. I want to have fresh one from here. Yes, I can. I've dated younger guys before, like a couple of years younger. And to be honest with you, I am attracted to guys younger than myself because I feel like the guys from 35 to 40, 45, whatever, some of them, they don't have sense. I think the older they get, they don't have sense. Yes, now they don't have sense. You see a guy at 40 and he doesn't have any, he's acting like you see a guy that is 32. You see a guy that's 40. The guy that is 32 has more sense than the 40-year-old. I'm telling you. So I would date whoever I'm supposed to be with, whether young or old. Well, I will tell you a story. So my brother, my one of my brothers, he's the one that's directly above me. I think 5 years ago, 4 years ago, converted to Islam. So my brother became a Muslim, and it was a big thing in the house. Like we could not believe it. One of my brothers became a Muslim. We could not believe it. And my mom, I come from a very strict Christian home. My mom was a pastor at a period of time. So when my brother now converted to Islam, it was like, wow, he's really doing this. So he converted to Islam, and he changed. He turned out to be a better person. It had so much. His mental health was better. He was thriving more. And I don't think it's because of the religion. I think it's because he found his peace and he found his place in life. So when you find your place in life, however it comes or wherever it is, stick with it. And if he's found his place being a Muslim, then kudos to him, congratulations to him. And if it's made him a better person, who am I to judge? So because I have a brother who is a Muslim, Igbo guy, Muslim, I've seen good in him. I if God brings whoever God brings my way and wherever I find myself, who am I to judge? Because in the Bible, you're not supposed to judge other people. You're supposed to welcome everybody. We're all equal yokes, right? So yeah, so I have a sibling who converted to Islam 5 years ago. So I've seen him in a different light. I've seen the religion in a different light, and it's brought nothing but peace to him. So if I find a man that is peaceful and loving, and he's a Muslim man, If I find a man that is a Christian, but I will not date somebody that does not have a religion. I will not date an atheist because that scares me. When you don't have something that you can belong to or something that you can recall your actions to, like God, then I don't have business with you because it means that you can do and be anything. You come and use pot, tear me hair in my head, come out my teeth. You don't have the fear of God. So I cannot date somebody that does not have the fear of God, whether it's Christian or Muslim. You need to have fear of God. My biggest turn off in a man is aggression. I hate with a passion aggressive men. I hate narcissistic behavior. I hate men that are violent and aggressive. I think it's a very cowardly act. And I don't stand for that. So that's a huge turn off because I'm not a small person. I go to the gym, I lift weights. Even before lifting weights, I was always strong. I grew up with boys. I have a little bit of aggression in myself. And I wouldn't want to date a man that will bring out that sort of aggression in me. Jonathan, I've been there before. I've dated a man that has brought out aggression in me, and I was not a nice person inside. So I wouldn't want to date a man that has aggressive nature. I wouldn't want to raise my children in an environment that is aggressive and toxic. I grew up not with so much money in the UK, but I grew up with love. And that is what held myself and my brothers together, even at our older age. So I wouldn't want to put my children through that. So if you're a very violent man, I can see through you. I see through it. And I think I'm blessed with that sixth sense. I see through people. I see people for what they are before they come near me. Can he afford to treat me? If you can't afford to treat me, let me not lie to you. I can date a guy that is a salary earner, but it must be a different type of salary earner. Oh. Not be salary earner where you understand what I'm saying to you. You know, be salary earner where you cannot do anything for me. You cannot give me anything. You say that if I say I want to buy something, you can send money to me. Take 300K, take 200K, take this, take 400K, things like that, no problem. But if it's dated the guy where your salary earner and I'm in a quick fix, and you say God will provide because what I can't even speak the Igbo. Ponozo, I cannot. I need to be treated after me now. So I don't have Lamborghini. I don't have Lamborghini. I don't have anything. I need to be treated like a queen too. I can date an average guy. I like average guys, to be honest with you. I like normal guys, to be honest with you. And because I live my life as a simple person, apart from having that celebrity status, and I'm a very simple, homely person. But you need to be able to bring some sort of value. You can't just date a guy that cannot bring anything. That I'm the one that's feeding you. It cannot happen. I've done it before. And that's when I first came back from London. I was doing UK Love. Love more, those Nollywood movie. From Ginaya, all those rubbish. I was doing it. I was feeding him, paying rent. Me and him were staying together. I was doing shopping. Anytime my brothers will send me money, me and him will enter Abuja in those days. We'll enter taxi to go to supermarket or market to go and buy food. We're both happy. Hey, fear. Not do it again. Never. There's one time that I remember I was dating this guy, same guy. I was sick. And my bill, one guy that was toasting me then, rich guy, I didn't really like him, was toasting me. And my boyfriend then could not even afford to pay my hospital bill. So I told him, imagine this was years, like 2015. I said to him, you have to go, see me being understanding girlfriend. You have to go. This guy is coming. I've told him I'm sick. He's going to pay my hospital bill. You have to go, babe. You have to go. He said, okay, no problem. I'll go. Let me go and just wait down there. When he comes and he pays the bill, then I'll come back. I said, okay, no problem. Okay, I'll see you. I love you, babe. He now left. The guy came. Oh, how much do you need? Oh, let me clear the bill. How much is it? Then or 2015. 150K, no problem. Let me send it. Do you need anything? Do you want me to send my driver to buy it? I said, please, I need Lucozade. I need Lucozade. Do you want any food? Yes, I don't mind. Yeah, I like fish, grilled fish. Thank you. So the guy in La left paid. They brought the grilled fish. Me and my boyfriend, we chopped that grilled fish, chopped everything. He even drank the Lucozade. Me that I was sick did not even get to drink the Lucozade. He's the one that drank the Lucozade. After, what happened? The guy ended up marrying somebody else. After I started doing love, the guy ended up marrying somebody else. Me that I was there doing love, paying rent. At points, we did not have bed. It's me that used my own money to buy bed. He could not afford to buy bed. Then in Abuja, if you go to market, you can buy the bed frame for 45K. You cannot bring out 45K to buy bed frame. We'll put mattress on the floor. Cockroach will run past us and say, hi, bye. Don't handle then in Abuja. Don't handle where spoil. He cannot fix it. He cannot bring out money to fix to. Hey, Chineke. So I don't do. You have to bring something to my life because I think I've built myself over the years and I've grown to be the woman I am. So I cannot date somebody that will drag me back, and I cannot date somebody that's not able to bring some sort of substantial impact in my life. I cannot do that to myself. I think I'm too old for that. I see my mom suffer. Do I want to suffer like my mom? Single parent. Or this is even worse. You have a husband and you're suffering. God forbid. No. Just bring one or two things to my life. Be able to pay for holiday. I will do my own part. I'm not a lazy woman. I make my own money. We'll come together. Treat me, buy me things one or two times. I'm not asking you to buy me Lamborghini or Range Rover or anything like that. It will come. But I can't just date a guy that's not able to bring anything impactful to my life. Don't be my ex-boyfriend where don't marry one. And the most annoying part is the person he married was so different to me. So I just said to myself, the woman was small, very petite, short, I'm tall. Petite, I'm not petite. I have bum, I have ara, I have Ike. Very petite, don't have breasts, don't have anything. Then she was now fair. I say, hey, so did this guy really like me? Was he there because of? So, no, I'm not going there again. No. Lagos has opened my eye. Abuja, I was doing Abuja love. Abuja and UK love intertwined together. That one is a recipe for disaster. So Lagos opened my eyes. My eyes tear. I just see, hey, okay, no problem. So my dating life in the UK, I dated predominantly Oyibo men because that's what I grew up in, a very white area. So when I talk in a certain type of way, I read some comments. Why are you talking like one comment that made me laugh a few days ago? Why are you sounding like a UK broadcaster? Why are you sounding like a Oyibo woman? I'm like, dude, where I'm from is just because I've watered down my accent. Because if I speak the way I would normally speak back home, you won't understand me. You will think it's too much. All right. So I was predominantly used to dating Oyibo or Black UK people. So dating out there compared to dating men in Nigeria is a totally different ballgame. Totally different ballgame. Totally different ballgame. UK, I think dating life in UK makes a little bit more sense. You get to meet people. It's based on interaction and mutual understanding. But Nigerian dating, not all, is based on what I can get from this person, what I can get from her. It's more transactional. Unfortunately, that's what we live in. And you might love somebody in Nigeria, but it can still be transactional. Even if it's not a thing where you're sleeping with the man for money, it's what you can get from that man or what you can get from that woman. There's something there. But in the UK, it's more, let's just go with the flow. It's openness. In Nigeria, I feel like there is a lot of misconception when it comes to dating. In Nigeria, we don't actually understand the dynamics of dating in Nigeria. We don't actually understand what love actually means in Nigeria. We don't. Absolutely. I would have been married. And then what made it worse, I became famous. So which was a double whammer. I feel like if I was in the UK, I probably would have gone back and did my nursing and given it another go. So I probably would have been a nurse. And these Oyibo men always loved me. There's one doctor, God, he was so cute. Matthew, Dr. Matthew, he was half white, half Chinese, very handsome guy. I think that's what my sister on the ward, my mentor, did not like me because the guy just loved me and he was a resident doctor. So a lot of Oyibo people loved me. They loved my personality. So I think I would have been married by now. I just came to this country. I don't know why I came here to come and do, but I came here and I became famous. And yeah, unfortunately, I find myself in this position. No, because I feel like if I it's crazy. I feel like I wouldn't have achieved what I have achieved being in Nigeria, but at the same time, sometimes you might have to wait longer for certain things to happen, and which I'm okay with. So I don't regret it, but I sometimes wonder, how would it feel to just be a normal person and just walk into a supermarket and not have people come up to you or whatever, whatever, or have the you have to do something, social media, I have to post something, you have to do something. It can be too much sometimes. Like now, I'm making ogbono from scratch. Who sent me? I'm doing eggplant fufu because I want to post on. Like almost, it's crazy, but it still has its price because now a brand can come and say, "Hey, we want to work with you. We saw your recipe. Can you create more healthy recipes for us?" Can that happen in you in London? Who sent you in London? Even but nobody that sent you in London. You're on your own. Your neighbor that you have been living next to for 20 years does not even know your name. There's one of my neighbors that passed away. For 10 days, the guy's body started to decompose. Nobody knew. Nobody knew. After 10 to 11 days, after his dog started eating his body, that's when his children came to check on him. London is a very depressing place. So once you're depressed, no hope there again. At least Nigeria, Nigeria, you open Instagram, you see nonsense that people are doing. You see nonsense. You open this one, you will laugh. You see this one, Portable is fighting this person. You see this person is fighting this person. You see, yeah, Yule Doche and his wife doing video. You see this person is doing this. The depression will leave your body for that moment. You just laugh, 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 laugh. London, you're there by yourself. Nobody, your next door neighbor, 20 years, you have been living there, does not even know your name. He'll see you and close his window or her window. It's a very depressing. But London, UK got voted the most depressing place, one of the most depressing countries. You didn't see the thing they just released. UK it has been voted the most depressing country in history. Did you see the poll? Like, it has been voted. It was posted yesterday. I saw it. It's so depressing out there. Nobody cares. Me that I believe in Nigeria, although I'm a UK person, I tried one, I think during the summer, because I was in the UK for 6 months last year. I went out and then I was walking on the street, just coming back from the local Tesco or Sainsbury's. And I greeted one elderly white woman. If you see the way the woman grabbed her bag, like I wanted to rob her, hey! I said, hello, how are you this morning? She went, you look at me like this. And she just stopped. He said, welcome by now. I said, okay, I'm walking on by. It's okay, I'm walking on by. That's because I wanted to say, how are you? Good afternoon, madam. Nobody cares in the UK. Nobody cares. Even UK is depressing. If you don't have car, you want to enter bus now. Hi, God. Those bus drivers are very wicked people in the UK. Like now, say this is you. The bus is here and you're here. And you're running to the bus. The bus is here, you're running. You now get to the bus. The man will just look at you and shut the door and drive. They are very wicked people. They want to, UK is very depressing place. Very, very depressing place. The weather is bad. Everywhere is cold. Nobody cares. Yeah. So sometimes when I'm in the UK, I like to go to like the African shops and speak to all the aunties When I go to buy my Nigerian food and everything, I'll speak to them, or the Ghanaian shop, we'll speak, we'll laugh. You feel a sense of community. You laugh with them. But ordinary UK people, you're on your own. I would say if you're planning to japa with a plan. Don't just japa because you're seeing Neka and Chidi japaring. Neka and Chidi, they are working as cleaners. Oh, they are picking um, rubbish inside the tube station, inside the train station. Nneka is looking for who to marry to, so her visa doesn't run out. They are not stable. Oh. They are working in hotels. Look, like they are not even. Some of them are not even making ends meet. Do you understand? So before you jump, but have a plan. Have a plan, because I know people are that are living in conditions where, man, they wish to come back to Nigeria, but number one, shame. And number two, how are they going to start all over again? So I know some people that are not really doing well. I have people I have uncles that have been living in the UK or for years and years, and they have not achieved anything. They have not achieved anything. They have not achieved anything. So, japa with a plan, whether it's to get into further education, healthcare, whatever, but have a plan. Have a plan. Because it's hard out there. UK is not easy. I have a former person that I won't mention him that called me and it was like, "Oh, mo, it's hard. It's hard." The guy called, man, full grown man called and was crying. It's hard. Where he's staying is hard. Like it's hard. Yeah, he's walking round the clock. You know, in Nigeria, but he's walking to some days he does not even sleep. Talk of food to eat. Because once they pay you tax, you get tax, then transportation, then so he's and rent. Rent is another thing in the UK. For a room, small room like this, you're paying £1,000 a month. That's like almost 2 million naira a month for a small room. So to do that, so you have to work like 2 jobs or 3 jobs to make ends meet. So have a plan. It's not easy. I know people that are crying. They're looking for their helper in the UK. That's just it. You have to. So that's why I say I can never live in the UK. I don't see anything fantastic about it. Maybe because I had the opportunity. I'm a citizen. I've gotten what everybody wants, which is the passport. But apart from that, nothing there again for me. Apart from my family, my brothers, my mom. I go there, I visit, I shop, I come back. I get bored after a month. That's why Kidwaya doesn't stay in one place. He's always traveling everywhere. If he stays in the UK, in that London for 1 month, the guy will just go. That's why he's always in Paris here, Milan, this place, Aruba. You can't stay in the UK. You cannot, so you'll be depressed. Congratulations to her. I wish her the best of luck in conquering the UK market. I think she's doing a good job. I think she's doing a good job. I think she's doing a very good job. Oh, mommy, he did a good job. He did a good job. But UK is not easy. She's doing a good job. If that's her mind and she wants to conquer the UK market, then I wish her the best of luck. But it's not easy. It's not easy. But she's doing well. I've seen her posts and everything. I think Kidwaya even hooked up with her. It's not easy. But you can never conquer the Nigerian market because there's always money to be made in Nigeria, surprisingly. So it depends for her. Maybe she has conquered what she feels that she's able to do. But for me, I feel like you always keep reinventing yourself. And once you keep reinventing yourself, more opportunities, more brands, more opportunities will come. So I'm talking to people. Mm, I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I don't have a boyfriend though. Me, I just have a friend that doesn't like to eat my vegetable pounded yam. I talk to people. I talk to people, but I have a very I have a person that he's my close friend. I'll put it in that way. He's my close friend and I value him a lot. In terms of, I value his intellectual advice, I value his company and his personality, and I value his input. And he's not the richest person in the world, no, but he brings value to my life. But I'm single. I agree. It is true. When you get to a certain age and you want to date within your age bracket, of course, now, most men past the age of 30 or 35 have been married, are divorcees, have had children. So, yes, you do have that in the market. But at the same time, you still have men that have not. But I'll tell you what, so I'm at that age now, right? If I meet a guy that has never been married, never had children, and has never done all, I'll ask him, is everything okay? And 95% of the time, when they are past 35 and they have never been married, never had children, there's always something wrong there. Okay, so let me tell you something. I met this guy. Hey, God, Uriel, I don't waka. I met this guy when I spent 6 months in the UK last year. This guy was a Nigerian living in Canada. Very fine guy. Hey, very, like, I thought God answered my prayers. This guy was 40, 43 years old, very cute, handsome guy, doing very well. So I was just talking to this guy. We got very close. We used to speak every day, every day. And in my head, I'm like, man, this guy just seems too perfect. How can you be 40, 43, and you've never been married, you've never been, your last relationship was 2 years ago. What's going on? So the more I spoke to him, I just started to poke, 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 poke. Then the guy started telling me that, you know, currently, nothing wrong with it all, but it was not for me. That currently he's seeing a psychiatrist. I say, he's seeing who? He say, psych what? Psych what? He say he's seen a psychiatrist, that he has a therapy, person that he goes to see therapy. I said, oh, I tried not to be like attack as alarm. I said, why? He said, well, sometimes I just try to make sure he tried to water it down. I try to keep myself on the narrow, and I try to make sure that I'm not getting overwhelmed. I said, what do you mean by you're not getting overwhelmed? I was just trying to be understanding. So I was just, the way you will now be entering the guide, don't worry, I'll be there for you. I said, how often do you see your psychiatrist or your therapist? He said he sees 2 or 3 times a week. I say, hey, this one, oh, I say, oh, 3 times a week. Some people only remember to pray once a week. You're seeing 3 times a week. I said, Chineke me. I said, what are you people discussing there? Why do you need to see somebody 3 times a week? He said that, sometimes he feels like in life there's a battle. I said, hell, you have entered. The quest of marriage has put me inside a man that is fighting. I said, who are you fighting this battle with? He said that sometimes he fights the battle with his head. I said, it's okay. That's all I need to know. You're fighting battle with your head. So I said, this battle that you're fighting in your head, is it that there's somebody telling you, to your family, or is your head talking to you? So sometimes, he has to fight his mind from telling him certain things and know that, and I have to tell my mind it's not true. I said, Chineke. I said, thank you. So after that, we spoke. But every time I speak to him, I wasn't seeing that fine boy anymore. I was seeing that if I go to Canada to visit this guy, he can kaput me and nobody will know. This guy can tear me here now, and he will now go and tell somebody that his mind told him to use something, tear you in here, beat me. I said, this guy, you must not be very stable to see a psychiatrist for 3 times a week. You're not stable there. So I just went to ChatGPT, and now I said, ChatGPT, there's a guy that I like, but please help me find a way to break up with him, and don't be mean, and just say that, make it seem like it is me, not him. So ChatGPT wrote everything. And then I sent it to him. And then the funny thing, When I sent it to him, it was like he was waiting for it after he opened up to me. He knew. When I sent it to him, he didn't do anything. He just said, okay, no problem. Like he was used to this action happening to him. But so going back to this thing, sometimes when you meet a guy that is over the age of 35 and they are not married, they have not had children, that one is, he can be facing psychiatric care. It's like, yaba left, yaba right. So I'm open to being, I love children. If a man has a child, I'm open to being a good stepmother or, to a child. I don't have any problem, you know. But if God brings a man that is younger or doesn't, that's right for me, however he comes, I will accept it. I can't judge. I have a brother that has a daughter and he's not married. So who am I to judge? Just like I don't judge religion, you know. So that's just it all. But yeah, so when they go past 35, it's sometimes you're faced with left and right. So you have to be very cautious of umuwoke, of men. So yeah, no, I think it's different for women because we're the receivers. We are the receivers. So it's different from men. You can't compare. You can't compare at all. Some women have problems or mental problems. So women are very difficult, but it's very hard because it's a man's world, right? So men, in some ways, dictate what happens. So these men, I know I don't want to sound sexist, but sometimes these women are in situations because of men, and some men not being serious, and some men not wanting to settle down, and them themselves not wanting to be single parents. Just like myself, I'm an older woman, right? I'm in my 30s now, my late 30s, and I don't want to be a single parent. I don't want to be a single, because I grew up in a single parent home. So I've come out of relationships where I wasn't supposed to get, like, they didn't want to marry me because of my mom, or come out of relationships where, you know, aggression or whatever. So I'm leaving those things, but it's not making me a bad person. I'm still Uriel, but I've been in this three situations, which has led me to be single at this point of my time. So I think it's very different from women. It's not the same thing at all. I think if you meet a woman that is in her late 30s or 40s or mid 30s and she's single, 99% of the time she's actually a decent person. No, never. I've never been pregnant. So I'm careful. Of course, I grew up with a medical background, right? I grew up as a nurse, so I've always practiced safe sex. I've never been pregnant, never had an abortion, never had an abortion. And that's me being 100% honest. And that doesn't make me better than anybody that has been pregnant and had an abortion. It doesn't. It just means that I've always just, it just means that it's just me. I've just been careful with my own self, you know. And the idea of just letting somebody inside you and explode inside you and do all those rubbish inside you that is not your husband doesn't make me feel nice. It doesn't make me feel. I think the only man that I'll allow to do such to me would be my husband. I can't see myself doing that. I can't see that, because God can surprise me, and then before I know it, I'll get pregnant. I have triplets. That's my life. The God. So I don't even. I've never risked it. I've never had an abortion. Never. Yes. This. So when I was growing up, I was always I broke my virginity very late in my actual 20, like early 20s, and it's because of my when I was like 21. It's because of how I was raised. You know, I told you my mom was a pastor. So when that happened to me, I went through a phase where when it happened, I just hated myself. I was angry. I felt like I sinned. I felt like God will never forgive me. I just hated myself and I couldn't even look at my mom in her face. I felt very dirty. So I think like me now being so careful and just always protecting myself comes from how I was raised. I was raised in a very strict Christian home. Like we wake up every Saturdays, fasting and prayer. We sing gospel songs. We read Bible verses, memory verse. We do all of that church. So that has shaped my life. It has shaped my life, and that's why at a point in time, I went through a phase After Big Brother, first time, I was celibate for years. I didn't have any male, didn't have any intimacy with anybody for like 3 years. I stayed by myself, did not have anything. And it's because of the way I was raised. And I can do it if I want to. I can stay without a man because of the way I was raised. Do you understand? When I was growing up, sex and all those things, it was a bad thing. Very bad thing. My mom was a very crunk Christian. Very bad thing. You know, even going out, you kind of go where? Where are you going to? You can't even dare. My last relationship was very interesting. Glory be to God. That's what I can say. I don't want to talk too much about it because it's not worth my energy and my breath. But glory be to God. And I want to say this, my last relationship could be anything. So if anybody sees this, do not think I am pointing at you. My last relationship could be anything and anyone. And I'll leave it as that. Because people like to put a tag or a thing and say, oh, she's talking about me. It could be anybody. You're not my only ex. I don't only have one ex or two ex or three ex. So please. But glory be to God. Hallelujah. Not much. I don't have friends, too much friends, and I don't allow too many people in my life. So I don't really have much relationships. I can count them on my hand. I don't really have at my age now, count them. Relationships. I can count them in my hand. Very small amount that I can say that I've dated somebody. Small. I would say four. Four, like serious relationships. I would say to them that when you're in that marriage, it's only you and that man. When you get into that marriage, all the noise and all the pressure will fade into air. And when you make that decision, however it comes, it comes. I would say to you, do not be pressurized by background noise, because once you're in that marriage, background noise will fizzle out and go. So be very careful. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and don't feel that because you are a woman of a certain age that you should not ask a man certain questions because maybe he's doing you a favor for marrying you. No. Isn't it Tiger Woods just got into a relationship with a 47-year-old woman that has 5 kids? Tiger Woods, that billionaire Tiger Woods. His girlfriend now is a 47-year-old woman with 5 kids. A man will love you whether you have children or you don't have children or you're whatever. Ask your questions. Don't feel like any man is doing you a favor. No, they're not doing you a favor. It's not about age, okay? It's about knowing who you're getting into. Don't feel pressurized, and don't feel, I know it's hard to say because you feel like, you need to have children and all that kind of stuff, but don't give in to pressure. Do things at your own time and ask your questions. It's very important because a lot of women, older women, get into relationships and they feel afraid to even ask that man questions about the man's life, the man's background, and what the man is doing, because they feel like the man is doing them a favor, marrying them. So they feel like they should just keep quiet. I beg, go, let him marry me. I beg, go. No. Because that's what that I beg thing, you'll be doing it throughout your whole relationship. I beg, I beg. The guy will do something to you, So ask questions and don't give into peer pressure, family pressure. It's hard. Stand your ground. I'm the only Big Brother person that has not received gift. I don't even understand myself. I'm the only Big Brother. I will say it in my full chest. I'm the only Big Brother contestant that has not received gift. Where are you people fighting these fans for? Because my fans are dulling. All they know how to do is they love me, Sha, but I'm the only Big Brother person they are not even giving me a Funguru gift. They are not giving me nothing. They don't even give me anything. They even say, when my car tire broke, they didn't say, come and collect car tire. Let me buy you 4 car tires. Nothing. Nobody has bought me anything. They will buy for Soma, buy for this person, but nobody has bought me shishi, nothing. I did not see any gift. Also, when I'm seeing all these Big Brother people and they are getting gifts from different people, I'm just looking at myself like, what did I do? Where did I go wrong? Again, you can't marry these people. What did I do to these people? What, how did we get here? How? I'm seeing them giving that, dashing them check of 5 million. How? What did I do to you people? Haven't you even now? How many years haven't I tried? Wait, let me go on my knees. Haven't I tried with you people? You people, after 2017 to 2025, you still have not even given me gifts. You people have not given me gifts. My fans, these people that stayed in Big Brother house, I came out that you people said they did not have any views on their Big Brother. Somebody even their fans even bought them house. How long did they stay on that Big Brother for? My own since 2017 to 2025 of Umburu house. You people did not even pay. Let me pay your rent for 6 months, even 3 months. Let's accumulate money for 2 months rent for Uriel. I know you cannot pay the year, but 2 months rent. Let's even go to shop markets and buy Uriel food. Hey, instead you're sending me picture to you're sending me picture to and request for school fees. That's what you. I don't know. Maybe they think I don't need. See, that's where it comes down to being UK babe. They think I don't need. I have everything because I'm a UK girl. Please, please. Eh, I did not know. Ha. I did not know because me, I don't even understand. I was starting to pity myself. I was thinking, calculating, where did I go wrong? So I don't know if it's fake or if it's arranged, but me, I'm wishing somebody will even arrange my own and give me fake. Let me know that it's fake first. Let me find out first. As it's coming, I'll know whether it's real or fake. Never. I don't need to. My body is natural. I have natural bum, natural breath, natural small waist, natural skin. See my skin. What I use in my, go to my wardrobe now. Only thing I use is shea butter on my skin. See my skin. Vitamin C. That's the only thing. And this snail moisturizer. I don't touch my skin. No. Absolutely nobody. So my mom is a very interesting person. My mom is like me. My mom is very kind and she helped a lot of people. She helped a lot of young people, my friends, my brother's friends. She had a lot of friends that she would help and do things for. She helped so many people. When my mom became sick, all of her friends abandoned her. All. The ones that are very close to her, all abandoned her. So it was like she was plagued. So when she became sick, it was so shocking that all her friends that she used to go to their house, they used to pray together, all of them abandoned her. Even some family members. That's why, excuse my language, I don't F with some family members. I do not F with them because I've seen how people can be and how bad people can be. I have an auntie that, I don't call her name, that lived with us, came from Nigeria, lived with us very well. My mom has been sick. How many times has she come to visit my mom? She lives in the UK. How many times? How many times? People are bad though. So I don't mess with people. I don't, especially family, I don't mess with them at all. I have people, family members that I'm shocked. But at the end of the day, you can't, life is life. Life is life for everybody. But it is shocking. And in the beginning, me and my brothers and I, we were very upset. But you can't hold grudges. You can't let that grudge consume you. You start becoming bitter. You just take it as everybody's living their life, and that's just it. But I'm very disappointed by some family members, extremely. Knowing the fact that my mom helped them a lot. Even some of my friends, I don't care if they see this. I'm not seeing my mom. I get a lot of, the worst thing somebody has said to me online is they insulted me. I think there's this particular account that's always insulting me because of Kidwaya. I've already told him that that his followers there, I don't know if they're thinking that I love him or something. He says my brother. The guy is like my guy. So there's one person that insulted me and they were like, you're a mad person. No wonder your mother is mad. I was like, yo, that was such a low blow. And it was just like, that was a low blow to me. So that's why I don't even like to comment on some of my housemates' page because like all these they are fans and they are this and they're always fighting it. They're always fighting themselves. So I just always like to just stay by myself. Well, for me, that was a low blow. Yeah, anybody that talks about my mom, it's a huge disrespect. to me. How do I handle it? Before it used to get to me, it used to make me upset, but now I don't even care because I'm like not struggling, but when you're struggling to push your business up and you're trying to make ends meet and you have to pay people and you have to pay staff and you have to do this. No, their opinions don't matter to you. The only person's opinion and the only person that really matters to me is my family and God. So if you're not paying my bills and you're not going to come and buy me Lamborghini or anything like that or Range Rover, then your opinions it doesn't matter to me. It has no effect in my life because it doesn't do anything to me. I'll just read it. Oh, okay. Heard it before. I've been hearing it since 2017. Go and marry, go and marry. I mean, they tire. And is it by my hands? Not by my hands. So yes, I just block it out. I don't listen to them. They don't pay my bills. The only time I'll listen to a troll is if they can significantly change my life. If you can impact my life in a way where it's like, yo, okay, let me listen to you. If you can't do that, most of them don't even have shit. They don't have anything. And they want to take out their frustration on me. So why? Person that has a whole British passport. Absolutely, I can get up and leave this country when it gets bad. Can you? Trolls, can you? Can you say I want to leave and go to ordinary France without visa? You can't. So definitely, if I want to say go, I don't type for Nigeria. I don't go. I can even go to America itself. Just do 1 or 2 paperwork like that. I can work there. So definitely. And what I meant by that was not the actual fact of having a British passport. It's just meaning that I don't listen to trolls because for me, in my own head, I'm on a different level entirely. And in all senses, exposure, I'm on a different level entirely. So why would I listen to somebody or put my mind to somebody that is not as exposed as I am? Why would I let your opinion affect me? Do you understand? You have not experienced things I've experienced. You have not lived like me. You have not in all sorts of dynamics, family life, socially, everything. You can't even walk a foot in my shoe. Some of you will have parents and you've left them in a village. You're not doing anything for your parents. You're not helping your parents, but you can come on social media and type, go and get married. But what's your mom doing? What is your mom wearing? Has your mom eaten today? Have you sent your mom money? Have you even greeted your mother this morning? I would say to people, before you start making harsh comments to public figures, just know that everybody is going through stuff. Life is life in. Sometimes because somebody is a public figure doesn't mean that they don't have emotions, they don't have a heart, they don't have a mind, they don't have their own family issues. Because you see them in public doesn't mean that some of them don't even have a house to sleep in. Some of them are still squatting. Some of them don't even have jobs, but they have to keep up with, I'm a celebrity. They don't have shishi, shinko, shinka. Nothing they there. So think before you say, because how you use your words can determine how somebody's day, if they allow, somebody's day can play out. So be kind with your words because you don't know what somebody is going through. Just be kind, Sha. I don't have boyfriend, Sha, but yeah, just be kind. Yes, because I never celebrated my 30th birthday ever. I thought I was old. So I celebrated it myself because I wanted to give that 30-year-old that birthday that she did not have. And I celebrated it because when I was 30, I hid it and I was ashamed. And I did not celebrate my 30th birthday because I was ashamed of turning 30, not knowing that I was still very young. And I was so cruel to myself. I did not celebrate it and I hated that day. So I celebrated my 30th birthday because I owed it to myself. Of course, I'm not 30. I mean, if you follow me, it's all my birth date is all over the internet. But I think I owed it to my 30-year-old self to celebrate that birthday because I was very cruel to myself. And I was cruel to myself because it must have been when I was new to the public eye and all the horrible remarks and all the trolls that were trolling me, I was so ashamed. I was still claiming 28 then or whatever. I don't even know. Yeah, imagine thinking you're old at 30. That's crazy. How old am I now? And I don't even think I'm old. I don't even feel I'm old. So just imagine them feeling that you're old when you're young. See what the impact negative people can have on your mind, and how bad it can then, or how bad it can cause somebody, a whole human being, not to celebrate their 30th birthday because they are ashamed. See the impact you guys have on people. But I thank God I've been delivered, and I'm saved. I can never ever allow that ish to happen again. No, I was, do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I never really became maternal up until, I never became maternal. I've always been a maternal person. I've always been a nurturer, but I've never ever really wanted to have children up until 3 years ago. I would say in my whole life, I was like, okay, yeah, I can be ready to be a mother. I can say, oh yes, I'm ready to be a mother. That really happened 3 years ago. And I used to think, is it a bad thing? Why don't I feel like I have a niece and I love my niece, and people say, oh, you be a great, all my friends say, if anything was to happen to any of us, who would you let your children live with? Everybody will vote Uriel, because they know that Uriel can look after. They've seen me with my mom. They know I can cook. They know I have a maternal spirit. They know I'm kind. So all my friends will say, if anything happened to me, Uriel would have my children, because they know the kind of person I am. But I've never felt like, I've never said with my mouth, oh, I'm ready to be a mother up until 3 years ago. Like I just felt like, yeah, I can be somebody's mother. And that's crazy. Never. I never thought I would have a chance of winning Big Brother in 2017. And I never thought I'd have a chance of winning Big Brother in 2023. Never. I knew I was not going to win in 2017 because I was that girl, UK girl. Nigerians like sob story. They like from grass to grace. I knew I would never win. I'm not stupid. I'm very calculated. I'm very smart. And I looked around in the house and I knew I would not have the opportunity to win this show, because you have people like FA, this person, that person on the show. Why would they pick somebody that no matter how much you tell them you come from a single parent back home, home in the UK, they will look at you as privileged because you have a UK accent and you're from London. So I knew already I had no opportunity to win. Even if I had a sad story, I had no opportunity to win, and I knew it, and I was okay with that. So as I entered the house, I made my exit plan. And my exit plan was to go into cooking, which I've always done, and work with all the brands that I have worked with. I named all of them, all the seasoning brands, every one of them. I said it in my interview, and I worked with every one of them. So as I entered the house, I had an exit plan already. No, I'm saying that for me as Uriel in 2017, Nigerians like, hey, yeah, oh, hey, yeah, 2017. Nigerians love that. So I'm not saying that you have to have a sub story. I'm saying that Nigerians love that, hey, yeah, Nigerians love a person they can relate to as their own. See, so before 2017, I had auditioned 2016 for Big Brother Africa. I didn't make it onto the show. 2015, I didn't make it onto the show. Why didn't I make it onto the show? They picked Beverly Osu over me. I went to South Africa. I did the blood test. I did the block words. I had a photo shoot in South Africa. Did everything. I thought I was going on the show. They picked Beverly Osu over me. Later on, I asked them, why didn't I go on the show later on? They said that I was too, I was told, not by anybody from MultiChoice before they come for me, but I was told that, again, not by anybody from MultiChoice, I was told that I could have been too English for Big Brother Africa. So they would want somebody that can represent Nigeria as a true Nigerian, because I was fresh off the boat, UK, like, yeah, I was fresh off the boat. So it's like, who is this one? You're bringing a UK girl to represent Nigeria? No, now. And at that point, maybe I could not relate to the maths as much as I can probably relate to the math. Even now, I probably can't relate to the math. But then it was far worse because I was fresh off the boat. So I didn't get onto the show because of me being a London babe. So when I got to 2017, I already had that at the back of my head, that I'm a London babe. And maybe the majority of Nigerians might not connect with me on certain levels, but they can connect to me because of my personality, and I'm funny and all this kind of stuff. Okay, so my diary room I can show my personality, but I knew that was not enough to win. And Nigerians like grass to grace. So it's not about selling a sub story. Grass to grace could be somebody that you can see yourself in, and probably Nigerians could not see themselves in me, because how many Nigerians have traveled and lived abroad, and how many Nigerians sound like me who are living in Nigeria then. So I just knew it. Partly, yes. So I moved back to Nigeria because I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be Charlie Boy's protege, Charlie Punk Princess. So I lived with my uncle in Abuja. They wanted to be like a whole musician, punk princess, to come out and all that kind of stuff. Was here I am today, and no punk princess. It's Uriel, you're seeing here. So yes, I moved back to Nigeria because I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to be a musician. I wanted to go on Big Brother. After I told you guys about that music thing where they put me on to one show, my leg was shaking like Aziz, and my leg was shaking like this. And never again. I knew that from then on that music is not my calling for Nigeria. Everybody should be mindful about how they carry themselves and how calling themselves musician, because I'm not. Even the people that are not influencing, aren't they sleeping with men for money? And they even sleeping with women for money. So we're not all children. People do what they have to do. And what I think about it is do what makes you happy. This life is life. If anybody wants to buy me Lamborghini, I'm here. Buy me Lamborghini, please. Thank you. I salute you. No, but on a real, I can't judge anybody. I can't judge anybody because this life is lifing. And if people do what they do to sustain themselves, I can't walk in their shoe. They can't walk in my shoe. You do you, I do me. So who am I to come and judge anybody? I can't judge anybody because I've never walked in their shoe. I don't know what they've gone through. So the highlight of my career is just being able to come back every year and be relevant. The highlight of my career is having Blog Naija here, Blog Naija Media here, and being on the radar for them to even think I'm worthy to spend a whole day with me. That is a highlight of my career. Every day that something great happens that reminds me that you're doing well and you have managed to sustain yourself, that is the highlight of my career. Knowing that I'm constantly pushing and people are seeing my efforts and it's paying off gradually. Because in this life, you never ever stop learning. You always continue. Even if you've been in the industry for 10 years, look at Ebuka. He's still getting jobs. He's still getting gigs. You never stop learning and you're never too old. As long as you keep coming back and you still keep being your authentic self, every single moment is a highlight for me. I don't have a particular highlight.